You're sitting in your car outside Target at 9:47 p.m. on a rainy Wednesday, staring at your banking app. You're doing poverty math, calculating if you can afford $43 worth of toothpaste and laundry detergent without triggering a $35 overdraft fee. While you're debating if you really need the name brand soap, your coworker Sarah just posted a photo from her second vacation this month. Cabo. Again. She makes the exact same salary you do. Same job title, same boss, same rent in the same expensive city. So, what the hell is going on? Is she secretly a trust fund baby? Is she drowning in credit card debt behind those Instagram filters? The answer is going to make you unreasonably angry, because it's none of those things. Sarah made one boring financial decision 6 years ago, spent 30 minutes setting it up, and then literally forgot it existed. That one decision is currently worth $43,000. In 30 years, it'll be worth $2.8 million. And it cost the same amount you probably spent on DoorDash last month. If you're tired of watching people who make the same money as you somehow live completely different lives, pay attention. Today, we're breaking down the brutal mass of wealth that nobody bothered to teach you in school. Let's look at two people. Person A, we'll call her Jessica. She's 28, makes $65,000 a year, and drives a used 2019 Honda Civic. Her investment account has $47,000 in it. Person B is Amanda, also 28, also makes $65,000. But Amanda drives a 2024 BMW 3 Series, and her investment account, it has $3,200 in it. Right now, they both think they're doing fine. They shop at the same malls. They eat at the same brunch spots. But let's fast forward the clock. At age 35, Jessica has $162,000 invested. Amanda has $31,000. The gap is starting to show, but Amanda isn't worried. She's living her best life. At age 45, the math gets violent. Jessica has $535,000. Amanda has $94,000. Now, Amanda is starting to panic. She has 2 kids, a bigger mortgage, and even less margin to save. By age 55, compound interest has officially gone vertical. Jessica is sitting on $1.52 million. Amanda has $218,000. Amanda is frantically Googling how to catch up on retirement at 55, only to realize she needs to save 40% of her income just to survive. At age 65, Jessica retires with $4.32 million. She is wealthy. Amanda has $461,000. After taxes and inflation, Amanda realizes she's working until she's 72, minimum. Same starting point, same salary. One is financially free, the other is trapped in a cubicle until her 70s. What did Jessica do? She didn't find a crypto gem. She didn't win the lottery.
Fads come and
She just
go.
invested $500 every single month into an S&P 500 index fund starting at age 22. That's
like
it.
Breakfast is canceled
Now, I know what you're
indefinitely.
thinking. Nick, $500 a month is a lot of money. I'm struggling just to buy eggs. Here is where this gets uncomfortable. You already have the money. You're just spending it on things that won't exist in 40 years. The average American spends $273 per month on subscriptions they barely use. Netflix, Hulu, Disney+, Spotify, that gym membership you haven't visited since January. Then there's dining out and DoorDash, another $280 per month on average. Add those together, and you're at $553 without even trying. But here's the real cost. That $280 restaurant budget? If you invested it instead, it becomes $632,000 in 30 years. You aren't spending $30 on a burrito. You are spending a potential $600,000 on a burrito. Every month, you choose to keep premium everything. You are choosing to retire 7 years later. Most people don't even realize they're making that trade. Let's talk about the machine that makes this possible, the S&P 500. This is an index of the 500 largest companies in the United States. Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Tesla, all of them. Since 1926, the S&P 500 has returned approximately 10% annually. That includes the Great Depression, World War II, the dot-com crash, 2008, and COVID. Through all that carnage, the average is still 10%. If you invest $500 a month for 40 years, you end up with over $3 million. But here's the mind-blowing part. Out of that $3 million, you only actually contributed $240,000 of your own money. The other $2.9 million, that's 92% of your wealth. It's free money created by the market. You planted a small seed, and the American economy grew a forest for you. But Nick, what if the market crashes tomorrow? This is the objection that keeps smart people poor. Listen closely. The S&P 500 has never produced a negative return over any 20-year period in history. Not once. If you are patient enough to wait 20 years, your probability of losing money is 0% based on a century of data. In fact, if you're investing every month, a crash is your best friend. When the market drops 30%, your $500 buys 30% more shares. It's like Target having a going out of business sale on your future wealth. If you think this only works for high-earning doctors or tech bros, let me introduce you to Ronald Reed. Ron was a gas station attendant and a janitor in Vermont. He never made more than $20,000 a year. He wore a denim jacket held together with safety pins. He drove a rusty Toyota Yaris. His neighbors actually thought he was broke. Ronald died in 2014 at age 92. When his will was read, the local hospital and library were in shock. He left them over $8 million. How does a janitor amass $8 million? He didn't gamble. He didn't have a side hustle. He just bought high-quality, dividend-paying stocks and never sold. He did this for 70 years. Ronald Reed understood something that most PhD holders don't. Wealth isn't about your income. It's about your temperament. There is a silent thief in your bank account right now. It's called an expense ratio. If you invest $500 a month for 30 years in a low-cost S&P 500 fund with a 0.03% fee, you end up with $1.12 million. But if you let a financial advisor put you in an actively managed fund with a 1% fee, which sounds small, you end up with $915,000. That 1% fee just cost you over $200,000. That's $250,000 of your work, your sacrifice, handed over to a guy in a suit who probably didn't even beat the market. You don't need a manager. You need a Vanguard, Fidelity, or Schwab account. You want funds like VOO or FXAIX. They cost almost nothing. If the math is this easy, why is the median retirement savings for Americans aged 55 only $88,000? Because your brain was designed 200,000 years ago to survive on the African savanna. Back then, if you found berries, you ate them immediately because they'd rot by tomorrow. Your brain has no hardware for sacrificing a burrito today for $1 million in 40 years. It just sees the burrito. This is called present bias. Then there's lifestyle inflation. You get a $5,000 raise, and suddenly you need a nicer apartment and a car with heated seats. You think you're getting ahead, but you're just running faster on a treadmill that's going nowhere. Here is the brutal truth. There are two versions of future you 40 years from now. The first version is checking their account and seeing $3 million. They are free. They travel. They spend time with their grandkids. They aren't worried about the price of eggs. The second version is 73 years old, working a part-time job they hate because Social Security doesn't cover their medication. They are one car breakdown away from total catastrophe. Both of these people are you. The only thing that determines which one becomes real is what you do in the next 30 minutes. Open the account, set up the automatic transfer, buy the index fund, then go live your life. Or don't, and spend the next 40 years wishing you had. Hit the subscribe button if you're choosing to be the $3 million version of yourself. Comment "I'm in" below to commit to your first $50 this month. The math doesn't wait. Neither should you.